In a very rare occasion, we have a space prodigy, Janhavi, with us. Thank you so much for us. I love your jumpsuit, or should I call the spacesuit as well?
Flight suit, yeah.
A flight suit and the possum. Why do you have a possum there
So
as your mascot?
No, I was a graduate from Possum Academy, Advanced Possum Academy. It's like a place where all the aspiring astronauts want to be someday. I mean, that's an institution that gives us an experience or the gist of astronautics, the basic astronautics, and they have different levels of trainings and one thing at a time. For the first and the basic one is Advanced Possum Academy.
Well, Janhavi, everybody wants to be an aspiring astronaut because everybody wants to touch the sky. But what makes you different and what have you achieved in this field?
Okay. So dreaming is one thing, doing things in actual reality is different thing. I mean, I didn't wait for someone to help me or to call me as an astronaut. I started working, let's say I started staying active on STEM activities because to anyone who wants to go to space should be a graduate from STEM and then should be engaged with something that is in STEM. Anyone can go to space from STEM. So I've been in that part and then started my trainings and learned, I was into these analog missions and other astronautic trainings, scuba diving, pilot training, whatnot. I was just pushing my human limits so that I can be on orbit someday.
Well, as a qualified person to speak about astronauts and space, and also as we have a lot of young people as our audience, what is space?
Heaven. That's
Why?
what I feel, heaven. That's the only place where everything feels very free. You don't need to bother about anything. So yes, I haven't been to space yet, not even closer. But when I go underwater, that's the only place where I can sense the space, sense the microgravity. So it's very similar to that. That's the reason I started doing scuba diving, to get adjusted to the reduced mobility.
How does that work?
I mean, what do you mean?
With your training?
So let's say if you want to go to International Space Station, so you've been chosen as an astronaut by some space agency. So you will be getting trained under the swimming pool that is been there at Houston. Any astronauts who wants to go to space have to go under the training for that in that particular pool.
Time frame. And
in that particular, everyone have to be a scuba diver and they have to survive underwater.
You have also gone through another analog space mission, right? Can you please elaborate on that?
Yeah. I did one analog, one isolation and one failed analog mission. The one which I did was from Poland, AATC, the institution, and I was the youngest foreign analog astronaut to do so. And there we were isolated for 11 days, and that was a lunar expedition. So we'll be working in lunar timings, and we have crew, other people, 5 people, and we would never get exposed to the outside world, no sunlight, no fresh air. Everything is scheduled in a system that you have to follow, and you will be living in moon timings. Except the gravity, everything will be similar. You will be conducting experiments, working physical exercises, psychological practices, how much you are intaking, how much you are letting out from your body, everything is counted. So you have to grow.
So you will have a certain amount of resource, you have to be there for a certain amount of time, isolation, and you have to make your mind work in that particular time frame. What kind of toll does it take on a person's psyche?
So in the beginning, it was fun. Being honest, it was so fun.
Are you an introvert?
No, not really. I'm an ambivert. It depends. But I enjoyed in the beginning 2-3 days, and going further, it's so much stressful to be in isolation, see the same 4 walls, same 4 people, and same food. You don't have a lot of different options to eat, and you don't have internet to browse, or there is very, very, very limited internet access, and you'll be just talking to the Capcom from the
mission center kind of.
Science center kind of thing, and you won't be skipping anything, and at the same time you won't be resting. It's even the sleep is scheduled pattern. Okay, this time is for you to sleep. Okay, you have to go sleep. It doesn't matter if you're getting sleep or not. It doesn't matter. You have to go and sleep. It was fun in the beginning, but going further, it was really hard to manage our psychological state at the same time being confinement and talking to the other people, I don't know my crew before, and adjusting with them will actually take some time, and they are also psychologically gets
Yes, multiple people.
distracted, and they'll be in stress and we'll be in stress, and simple things can lead to like
Arguments.
larger discussions, arguments, and it's okay. Even that we were able to manage, but few other people were like, I'll just go out of this isolation. Like one girl was so much distressed and she wanted to go out, but we as a team somehow helped her and managed to be inside, and that's what the whole point is. Like if one person comes out, the whole mission was unsuccessful. So the whole point is you getting adapted to such confinement and see how you are managing things in emergencies. We even create fake emergencies like radiation and out of oxygen situations, and
Well, for some reason, I'm really aroused by your talking about this isolation. Someday I will try it. But we have like good association with ISRO. And after you like almost completed this training, what kind of plans would you have to go ahead with ISRO? Would you like to ask them for any kind of such analog missions in India, because we are not aware of, except for pilots or trained professionals, we don't have anything for budding astronauts or such. So would you like to have
Yeah.
any ideas to share with them?
So India just started building their own analog missions. Some private companies came into the game and they started building their own habitats, and ISRO is supporting them by collaborating with them. And if ISRO builds one by themselves, it's going to be very helpful for the not just aspiring astronauts, but the budding researchers and scientists. They will learn a lot. Then you need to go to some other country to learn and experience such things. We can do it here. And that will also help the future astronaut missions that we are planning along with the Gaganyaan mission.
Well, one important thing is that like there are people who are completely, saying that we need to go to Mars, and some want to go to Moon. How viable is it? How far are we from going to those places, creating a base over there and staying there for a prolonged time? We can kind of say that we have successfully done it in space, ISS and other missions, Mir and such. But when it comes to Moon, what is the difficulty to set up a base over there?
It's the environment of the Moon. And the reduced temperatures and the increasing temperatures, and building an habitat in such environment is the most challenging part. And I mean, building a habitat on Mars is a whole different story, but the thing is, we are trying to let humanity go out of Earth. Let's say we don't have Earth at some point, and we don't want the humanity that we built today to destroy by one single thing. Like we need a home. And when someone said humanity born on Earth, but it never meant to die on Earth. So it's the whole point. And going to Moon, yes, we are soon going to the Moon by NASA. NASA is Artemis, and we are going to launch women soon into Moon.
Took us this long. That's very bad, actually. We should have done it long time back. I'm pretty sure you'll be one of the persons to go over there.
Hopefully,
But should we use the term colonizing? Because you're claiming that man has to go to other places.
Yeah, colonizing,
Would
yes.
that term be appropriate, colonizing, or expanding the settlement or human civilization over there?
You can say colonizing Mars, colonizing Moon. We are planning to colonize Moon and Mars and whatnot. Like we scientists are working hard to find whichever is suitable to live. They're even trying to build one in Venus. Venus is such a hot planet, but we are still trying to build floating habitats in the environment of Venus. So
that is.
we never know. Yeah,
I've heard that we have sulfuric acid rain over there.
Yes,
Why do we have to?
We
go
are
to
staying
Venus?
above the clouds where we have this high temperatures, and those habitats will be floating all
floating
over.
habitat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a very futuristic idea, but yes, the idea is there.
So where do you think we will colonize first, the Moon or the Mars? Because I know the Moon does not have an atmosphere. The Mars at least have some kind of protection from asteroids and meteorites.
It's pretty unpredictable for me right now, but I feel
like Mars because I can see it's very. It's a kind of lonely planet. We have good terrain and such.
For now, there is technology to go to Mars, but we need technology to come back to Earth. Like, we need both of that. And once that is being developed, Elon Musk is trying his best to put that thing alive and bring that thing alive. And let's hope if that works, people will go and come, like space tourism.